Welcome to Armstrong High School for Northwest Suburban Conference Boys Lacrosse. It is Osseo Park Center paying a visit here to the undefeated Falcons, who come in at 5-0. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Dan Ficken. And Dan, obviously a good start here for Armstrong. They've showed an ability to win some close games here. They feel like they have a pretty good team coming in, but based on this rivalry in the past, they can't afford to overlook this OPC team too.
Well, they still haven't hit the meat of their conference play with Maple Grove and some of the bigger ones, but so far they've done very well, and they know that this is a game that they got to get points on so they can keep pace and put themselves in the running. But so far, a very successful season for them.
Yeah, 3 one-goal wins for them too, and a close win over your son Kyle's Rogers team as well. So they have been tested certainly, and Coach Ian Murphy was talking about them being a team that's been pretty quick pace, but also pretty free-flowing this year. He said we've kind of given them some freedom to create a little bit.
Well, you can tell too, their shots have been up this year, and they're doing very well as far as goal scoring. They're scoring 10.8 per game and only giving up 8.2. And OPC, on the other hand, is giving up 7 goals. Or scoring 7 goals and giving up about 11 goals. So you can see where the flip-flop is. So they've been taking advantage of it.
And Osseo Park Center, definitely a young team, but Darren Nelson said, we've got some ability. It's just gaining that experience, getting a little bigger and stronger. But they have to feel good winning 2 in a row coming in. I mean, they won 1 game all of last year, and, he was pretty upbeat, actually, about what he's been seeing from their kids. He said most of the games we've been competing.
Well, you can't complain as a coach if the kids are showing compete, and they aren't. But like you said, they're very young. I mean, they've got a lot of 8th and 9th graders on this team. And they won 1 game last year, as you were saying earlier, Jay. Now they've won 2, so they're ahead of last year's pace. You just keep building. You take it a quarter by a quarter and see if you can get kids to improve. And, sometimes it's surprising near the end of the season what happens.
Talk about key players to look at in tonight's contest here. We've picked out a couple of seniors. It'll be probably their last go-around on CCX tonight here. So starting with OPC and Zach Jensen, a senior who is one of their top scorers.
Yeah, a real wheel and deal guy. Has got some moves, can dance and make things happen and be creative. You can see by 14 goals, 6 assists. He can put the puck he can put the ball in the net. I finally said it, Jay. Doggone it. But he's quite the vocal leader, too, and he's going to be a player tonight.
And for Armstrong, we're going to talk about one of their senior captains as well, Josh Mordahl, having himself a good season as well. Like his counterpart that we talked about, a guy that can shoot the ball a little bit.
Oh, yeah. He had 15 goals, 1 assist, as you can see, but he averages 3.2 points per game. That means he's getting the ball and he's firing it, or he's getting it to a teammate, and that just tells me he makes everybody around him better, plus he can be counted on when they need a goal.
Got some good weather for this one as well here as we finally get things going in the right direction that way here in early May. We'll see who comes out on top here tonight. It is Armstrong hosting Osseo Park Center. Boys Lacrosse on CCX is up next.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
For the past 17 years, this man.
And welcome back here to Armstrong as we get set for start of tonight's contest here. As we said, game number 6 for the Falcons. There you see a 62-degree night here as we get started, and also lack of wind, which has not been the case for most nights either. So
it's nice sitting here in shirt sleeves. I like it.
Tim Cassidy. Our clock and scoreboard operator, Jeff Pappas.
Darren Nelson, the OPC coach, was saying that saw the forecast for at least part of next week is going to be like high 70s. That all of a sudden the kids are going to be like, "Oh, it's coach, we're too hot now," and just zoom from one extreme to the other. But I guess that's to be expected a little bit as these teams, and obviously playing virtually all the games that they're playing now are on turf too, so that part of it I don't think is too much of an issue anymore in terms of the footing part. So that's certainly something that these teams have been able to take advantage of. And got the scoreboard up and working now here at Armstrong. The last time we were here for girls a couple weeks back, they had a part on order, and it got here, and the scoreboard looks great. And they upgraded a couple years back, so very, very visible even on these sunny evenings now as well. What isn't very visible are the OPC numbers. Darren Nelson, if you watch this back, not a good combination from the numbers from up top are quite difficult to see. Here's Armstrong possessing here. Max Coe will bring it back up top. It's one of the first things that Coach Murphy talked about to me was that we like to go at a high pace. I mean, we want to be pressing the attack as much as we can. Now that doesn't mean you just take the first available shot always or whatever, but you get to the front here and that shot deflecting away, it'll stay Armstrong possession here as Max Coe comes over to gather it.
One thing you'll see the Falcons do, they shoot. They've had 92 shots so far this year. They're averaging 18 a game in comparison to OPC, who's averaging 8.57 per game. So they like to shoot the ball, and that's probably why they've had success.
Jamison Essen drops it to the middle. Quick shot and a goal there by Mordahl. Essen, good timing on the setup, and Mordahl able to bury it for the Falcons 55 seconds in.
Well, we picked them out right away. They got the ball to them. They had a nice setup, came off to the right, and then brought it back to the left where Morton was standing. And he just ripped off a quick underhand shot and beat it low.
Number 3, Joshua Mordahl. Assist goes to number 22, Jamison Essen. That's Jamison.
So Mordahl getting Armstrong on the board, 55 seconds in. Tristan Mack winning that draw for Armstrong. Now Mordahl, they'll get things set up. Cole working it to Reed Lucas. Lucas tried to go down low with that one, but didn't quite connect with Nate Albrecht, and it will be Osseo Park Center possessing here.
You can see the Falcons trying to get it down low. They started high and tried to get somebody open now by the crease. That time wasn't successful. OPC is going to get possession for the first time. And they turn it over.
Essen putting it back in play here for Armstrong, down to Coe. Frankie Anna swings it around. They'll come back up top. Albrecht getting some momentum here. Albrecht firing. There's a nice stop by Xavier Wells, junior goalie, and Coach Nelson paid him a compliment. He said, we feel like we always have a chance when X is here, so they like their goalie.
He's got a great save percentage of .662 too, which is really good.
He'll end up with it here as they almost caught him a little bit out.
Oh, I like that, direct in traffic. I like that. That's the first goalie we've seen this year, really kind of direct guys.
And they put the pressure on, and that was one of the things Coach Nelson mentioned, is he said we have to be able to handle it when they press us. And he said, if we make good passes and don't get flustered, we should be all right. But sometimes easier said than done. Wells reaching back, able to make a great stop there on Albrecht. The Armstrong ball. They have kind of dominated in the early going here and have the only goal so far.
Like you said, their pressure's been effective, and they were always willing to bring a double team or a triple team.
Lucas trying to rip that shot, but denied.
Push.
Yep, push call there against the Falcons, so PC will restarted here. They have not been able to get the ball into Armstrong territory as of yet. Pass over there to Max Lemke, and they turn it over though. Jonah Pappas on the move. And he'll fire the shot. Wells, another stop there. High bouncer then picked up by Essen. Essen will put the brakes on as Albrecht coming back into the fray here. Essen getting the return pass here from Annis. Trying to flick it out front. It comes all the way across to Moe, and his shot is up a little too high. It'll stay with Armstrong, or Cole rather, not Moe.
Good pass. Cole got a nice shot. He went high that time, kind of switching things up. Xavier Wells has been on top of the bottom shot, so.
And another one going wide there from Evan Marshallek.
Well, they came out firing. They're doing exactly what they do. They just like shooting that ball.
Marshallek will drop the pass off here to Cole. Get it back in the middle. Turnaround try by Albrecht. Blocked, and then Wells comes out to gather it. Tavon Sanders unable to keep it, and here come the Falcons. Nice little flick out front. Here is Coe, and Wells with another big stop here for OPC.
Boy, gee, that's 5 of them right there. He's keeping them in the game. Done a tremendous job. Finally, the attack gets their hands on it for OPC. That's the first time they've had it in the game.
They'll wait and get things set up a little bit here. Adam Burkeilen working it around left side. Turnaround bounce try goes up way over the top of the net. A little bit of a contrast. You see Bailey, the sophomore, a little bit smaller goalie than Wells, but moves around pretty well. He doesn't have a ton of lacrosse experience, but Coach was saying he's been kind of a pleasant surprise. They had to replace a graduated senior in net. Quick shot there, and Bailey gets a piece of that. Now Bailey will try and get it started back the other direction here to Sam Cassidy. Pass getting away here, but scooped up by Annis. Now Albrecht makes a little spin, left-hand shot. Wells, another stop. Struggling to clear it though. Call going against OPC there. Cassidy into traffic, lost it, and OPC running it back.
There we go. OPC's got to move the puck. Move the ball. Oh, boy, I'm going to be stuck on that tonight, Jay. Sorry.
I'm ready to watch the Wild when we get done, right?
Exactly.
Pass across. Shot ripped there, but denied as Bailey in the right place.
Falcons are stacking in front of the net, boy. They're putting a fence right around the front, about 10 feet out. It's going to be tough to penetrate.
Coach Nelson was saying they haven't really seen zone from their opponents for the most part, and he expected that from Armstrong tonight. Look at that last opportunity. Now here's some quick passing, and Bailey comes up with a big save of his own. And then a hard knockdown as Jack Olson was sent to the turf.
I was talking to one coach in the conference who said that the Armstrong zone is the best he's seen in the state so far, and since he's been coaching here at Rogers. And yeah, they're definitely formidable.
Bailey really meeting that one nicely on a point-blank chance. Boy, as much as Osseo Park Center's been outplayed, if they could have gotten that one to tie it up, it would have been pretty big. And I can definitely already see why Coach was saying we feel confident when X is in net. He has been dynamite tonight.
You know, you can have an all-conference goalie here and a team in 10th place. So far, he's been the star of the game by far.
Marshallek controlling it up the right side here for Armstrong. So we approached 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Falcons scored in the first minute, but then we haven't seen them be able to dent the net again against Wells, even though they have definitely dominated. Albrecht, that one's sailing up too high. And there's kind of a fine line, too, about, you know, when do you start to change the way you're shooting it, or you don't want him to get in your head, but you have to kind of react a little bit, too. That one was off the frame as Marshallek beat Wells, but it hits the goalpost.
Well, I went high-low there, Jay. You were talking about it. I mean, they haven't done too many of the high-low bounce shots, and it looked like Wells had a little trouble with that one.
Marshallek trying to scramble and get it back here, and he does so.
The Falcons have done well so far in ground balls, too. They're winning their battles. They're really dominating control of the ball.
Go over to Albrecht here as he looks to attack from the right side. Steps through a couple and bounces that one in. Albrecht, maybe that's the secret that they've been looking for. As you said, bounce shot trying to beat Wells that time, and Albrecht did exactly that.
Well, you'll see how far this ball bounces, too. He gets it well in front of the goalie, and it just hits the upper part of the net on the goal. Watch the move here. Now, nice move right here. Bang. Split the two, got in tight, and that went fairly high up in the net. That might be the way to beat Wells so far, but boy, he's been good. It could be 8-0 right now.
Yeah, Albrecht, his 11th goal as he joins Mordahl in double figures as a goal scorer for the Falcons. As we said, they've had kind of a lot of close games, and I mean, they haven't been like, you know, scoring 20, mixing a 20 in or whatever. They've been consistently around 8, 9, 10 goals, but have played well enough to win all 5 of their games, obviously.
Yeah, you know, not too many people except color and analysts look at different goal differentials. It's basically let's win games.
Right.
The thing that concerns me about OPC, they turned it over a lot. They seem to have settled down now, and they're letting everybody touch the ball here, which is good.
Yeah, the good news for them is they've really hung in. The bad news is, though, it's been mainly because of their goalie. They've been under siege quite a bit.
A little too much dancing here. They need to move the ball around a little bit more. Instead of dancing, they should be passing it. There's a mistake.
Aiden Robb comes up with it here for the Falcons as we're under a minute to go now in this first quarter. That pass doesn't quite connect and taken back the other way by Thomas Hansen. You see they're not content to let OPC just do what they want to do. They're going to attack right away. Here's a ripper right at Wells there from Mordahl. Another try goes wide, this time from Annis.
That's really nice play. Good hustle by Xavier Wells, the goalie, who got that possession back. Right now, all PC's got to do is just catch the ball cleanly. They've been having a little trouble with it fumbling it, just like there. If they can keep it clean in the nets, they're going to be fine.
Kicked ahead there by Riley Hansen. Time winding down on Armstrong here as they try and get one last attempt. That one will go up too high, and we have reached the end of the first quarter. A dominant first quarter for Armstrong, although great goalkeeping for Osseo Park Center has kept them in it. Our score after one is Falcons 2, OPC 0.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Welcome back here. Osseo Park Center trailing Armstrong 2-0 after one quarter here at Armstrong High School. Along with Dan Ficken, I'm Jay Wilcox. And Dan in the middle of that pack, a guy you know very well, Darren Nelson, 21st season, and we joked about it before the game. A couple years ago, he said he was going to step down, and then a few months later, they convinced him to come back, and he said, now I'm going to stick with it. And he said, I got the go-ahead from my wife that, yeah, you can keep on giving it a go. And he's kind of excited working with these young guys. I mean, sure, you'd like to be winning more of your games, but he likes the way they're competing and learning.
I watched Darren be the reluctant coach way back when we started OPC Lacrosse, and he did very well. And he learned, and he wasn't going to stick around, and all of a sudden, here's his 21st year.
And on the other side, Ian Murphy, second season as head coach, but 8th season in the program. And they were just announcing on the PA that their coaching staff's pretty much all alum. So they played, and that's what's been fun too. I mean, obviously we're going. It's been long enough now that you're starting to see people who did play high school lacrosse coming back to be coaches at, if not their own high school, at least one of the ones in the area too, and that's been fun.
Well, and I think, too, a lot of them have gone on to college, so they've gotten an advanced knowledge, too, in college. So they bring it back and, improve the quality of lacrosse here in the state of Minnesota. And it's really good they go back to their old high school. That's great. Well, Osseo, Jay, they just got to start catching the ball cleanly. I mean, that's what's caused most of their turnovers.
Yeah, and it's been a mixture. I mean, at times they've been rushed because of Armstrong, but at other times they've been kind of unforced too, where they've just kind of lost concentration. So face off to begin quarter 2. Having said all that, like we talked about though, the fact that they got so many good saves, they're still obviously very much in this one at 2-0 just after a quarter. You hate to speculate about how many goals could have or should have been scored or whatever, but I think it's fair to say that Armstrong outplayed them by more than what the scoreboard looks like. Out to Lucas. Frankie Annis will give it up here to Mordahl.
We're going to see if we get a little Mordahl magic here. Here we go.
Getting a little screen there. Now jumping to the front. And Wells, I think, got a piece of that one. I'll tell you, he's also not afraid to give up his body. There have been a few shots where I'm kind of thinking like, oh, do you really want to be a goalie in this sport? But
yeah, he did a nice job blocking it off there. He did get the block. And a nice move by Mordahl, though. Boy.
High bounce. We do have a call here. A slash. So they'll send Dylan Olson off here. There's Dylan.
In case you didn't notice before, his number was 14.
Penalty is on number 14.
Around to Lucas here. Mordahl getting it back. Marshallek will drop it top here. Mordahl as they keep it moving. Just trying to stretch OPC out a little bit, get a space, get them out of shape a little bit.
Well, they've shown no reluctance to shoot from outside too, but they know it's a power play situation. It was now. OPC's back to man strength.
Here's Reed Lucas. Trying to give it there to Albrecht, but that one gets away, and now counterattack coming the other way with Jack Olson. Olson trying to turn the corner as he's being bothered by Riley Hansen. Here's Zach Jensen controlling. OPC, although they haven't had a lot of shots, they did have a couple pretty good chances. One in particular, I'm thinking of that Bailey made that point-blank save on. So they, for as few possession or little possession time as they've had, they actually did get a chance or two that could have gone in without Bailey being sharp as well. And there's one of those unforced turnovers, obviously, as it went over the head of Grant Jensen.
Right now, OPC's not really moving a lot. They aren't getting guys open for passes, and when they do get an opportunity, they throw it over the head and they drop the ball.
Bailey gonna start the offense here. Finds Mordahl.
Nice play by Mordahl to slow it down, let his goalie get back towards the net.
Reed Lucas drops it down low. Mordahl trying to bounce that one in, and Wells, I think, got a piece of that one again, or possibly off the net, edge of the net, but I think it was Wells. You can see this as he tries to tuck it by him. Yep, kicked it out of there.
Yeah. Wow.
And they will not stop this one, though, as Albrecht, cutting his way across the middle, will score his second straight here for Armstrong.
Well, first of all, you're going to see that Albrecht had a really good shot there, but also the last 5 shots have been on the ground, high to low, and that's what X was expecting, and all of a sudden it comes up high. In fact, it went low-high on that. Great shot. I mean, look at the kind of sidearms it. Well, he just hits that upper right corner real nice. So Falcons up 3-zip. Had a little better control of it. They're getting good shots. And if they just keep hammering away, they're going to sooner or later beat Xavier Wells.
Flags flying there. OPC going to go to the attack here, and that one bouncing away, and now we'll get our call.
Penalty on the Falcons for a push.
They will send Burke Whitmers off here. There you see Burke taking a knee as he is sent off.
Penalty on number 5. Excuse me. Falcons penalty on number 5-1. Burke Whitmore. 30-second push.
And that pass sealing up and out of play. So that's kind of the way the night's been a little bit for OPC here.
Well, like I said, they're young and they're making mistakes. I mean, they're competing, they're playing hard, but they're just making some really fundamental errors that are costing them.
Bailey's pass scooped up there by Hansen. Lucas leave it off there, and Draws a double as a flag flies. Turnaround try there was blocked. Follow-up try got away. Cassidy picks it up here for Armstrong. Lucas. Drop the pass off. Wells a save, and then the next one, I think, at the crossbar. Follow-up try goes too high over the net.
Wow, just a flurry of action here in front. Wells makes a good save, and at the post helps him. Get a good look at it. Yep. Hit the upper crossbar, and then they get another shot off after that.
Now we have our slash being called here, going against Osseo Park Center's Thomas Hansen.
Thomas Hansen. Penalties for slashing. The 1 minute penalty.
Lucas stepping in now to Mordahl. And Wells able to make the save on Annis there.
Boy, Wells just looks cool and calm and control the, oh boy, bad pass.
Turns it over here, and a shot and a goal. Aiden Robb making him pay there. Nice interception, and then just stepped in and able to beat Wells.
Well, we'll keep our eye on Aiden Robb here. He's a big long stick midfielder, and he is quite a good player, as you can see. And just a mistake here, big mistake, and he just comes down the pipe, and that big stick, boy, it can bring a shot really quick.
Armstrong goal.
Wells was radared in on it, but he just couldn't get his basket on it.
Timeout taken here by Darren Nelson. And when you make a nice interception like that, you know, you want to finish it in style, and he did exactly that.
6:20. Timeout on the field.
So for Rob, it'll be his third goal of the spring here for the Falcons, and they have stretched the lead now to 4-0. 2 goals in the first quarter, 2 more here in the second, and you do start to kind of wonder if those, you know, the accumulation of shots eventually, you know, you can't count on your goalie standing on his head all night.
Yeah, they're Armstrong's spending way too much time in OPC's zone too, and OPC's not getting enough control time. They need to slow it down a little bit, let their goalie and their defense get a rest.
Timeout was taken by OPC. That's their first timeout taken this half. And while I have you, I want to give a shout out to the OPC goalie, unofficially already at 15 saves. Xavier Wells. This game so far.
Osseo Park Center, after tonight, will be up over hosting Champlain Park next Wednesday, and some pretty decent ones coming up for this Armstrong team, and the road games big time here as they go to Breck on Saturday, and then at Maple Grove Monday. That'll be a big one for them, and
yep,
and Adenoka at Andover. So mainly on the road, kind of down the stretch for them.
Well, that Maple Grove and the Anoka games are going to be big ones for them. We'll see what they really got, but so far, Jay, they've looked good. I mean, they're controlled, they're disciplined, they like taking shots, but they know what to do with it, and they're looking well.
Sold out, but we do have pizza and cotton candy. Pizza.
Yeah, they seem to have pretty good instincts too. I mean, more often than not, they're making a good play to you know to move the ball, whether it's taking the shot. You know, they're in a lot of times with it tonight so far where you've been kind of scratching your head like, what were they thinking, type thing.
Well, they're also a very experienced team. It's mostly juniors and seniors and then this team, and they've got some experience coming back, so and it kind of shows. They know how to control the ball.
Osseo Park Center would love to at least get one here and try and build from there a little bit. They haven't had, as we said, too awful much possession time in the attack zone, but Good help defense there by Aiden Robb, but and the call going against Armstrong.
And do we get another timeout by Coach Nelson here?
Timeout OPC.
Yeah. Good timeout. They looked a little flustered right there, Jay, and you need to settle them down. You're right. They need to go right now. And so he's drawing up a play here.
Yeah, I think, you know, this one may be more of an X's and O's timeout. He's seeing something specifically that he wanted to see different and a way to attack here. And sometimes you use a timeout to stop the other team's momentum. Sometimes you very legitimately have a play that you want to work with, and I think that's where they're at right now.
Well, we'll see what they come out here with. I'll tell you what, that Falcon zone has been tough. It is.
Armstrong, as we said, a couple goals in each quarter, leading it by a score of 4-0, but have definitely been in command throughout. As you look at their sophomore goalie, Jack Bailey.
You know, we've been complimenting, Xavier Wells here for OPC. Bailey's played pretty well. He made really one nice save right in the face of the OPC player right on his crease.
Well, we'll see if they're able to execute what Coach Nelson and staff wanted there in that timeout.
Oh, Ward. Oh, my. You don't see that call too much anymore.
Hansen had it knocked away. Following up there and keeping his footing, Jack Neff. And now Lucas. Lucas bouncing through defenders. And finally he's knocked down.
Yeah, kind of bowled through a triple team there, and he actually got through. Ball go back over to the Falcons here for the push. You can see by the size of the players there's some definite age differences here between the seniors and the underclassmen here at OPC.
So Mordahl looking to get the attack going after that call against Max Lemke.
Max Lemke. Penalty for pushing.
And Wells got a piece of that one. The follow-up try and a spectacular finish while he was falling there. Jamison Essen, the sophomore, getting to it for the Falcons, and a very nice finish.
Jamison.
That was just nice anticipation here as he really jumped out at it in literal fashion. What a great play.
What is that, Bobby Orr flying through the air there?
He stayed vertical, but yeah, he's getting in here. Man, that was nice.
Wells lost sight of that first shot after it bounced away. Not sure if he would have been able to stop it either way, but he definitely was, kind of still trying to get his bearings and find it. So now a 5-0 lead for Armstrong, and that's what OPC had to be worried about. Was this accumulation of shots gonna eventually catch up to him?
They're showing their youth too. I mean, they've been, the amount of turnovers and unforced turnovers they've given to Armstrong has really cost them.
Ashton Folk controlling it here for Osseo Park Center. There's a good little sequence of passes, but it's been a little too few and far between for them so far. Here's Jensen. Zach Jensen trying to turn the corner and get a shot away. Actually hit his teammate with that one as Bailey scrambles back into net. And they dig for it along the sideline. It will be Armstrong possession. Hayden Robb on the move. Whoops, lost it briefly and then gets it back. Nice little move. Not intentional, obviously, but he didn't panic. Here's Essen getting rid of it, and they keep it moving up the right side. Mordahl. Jamison Essen trying to get a step. Now he drops the pass off to Lucas, and that one goes wide. Defender got there just as he was about to release it and bothered it.
Went right through his arms, too, with his body. He really stopped that shot from going toward that net.
Annis. And that one slides all the way through to the other side.
I don't think Reed Lucas was ready for that one. I think it surprised him.
Going to come back to Wells. Uh-oh, it gets away from him. Scooped up by Annis. And Wells with a nice stop again. Giving up his body to block that one. Trent Jacobson scooping it up here for Armstrong. And there's Wells making a save on Robb. Ooh. Robb finishing a hit there. Kind of just went right through him. Kevon Edwards saw it coming, but he couldn't get out of the way. So we get a look at this one that bounced away, but nice recovery there as well as fighting it off somehow.
Well, he does do a nice job of getting his body behind those saves. You know, he just doesn't depend on his basket all the time. He's pretty impressive. Oh, nice outlet. Wow.
Got it to Jack Olson. Kylan working it over as they again get a little bit of possession time here, but nothing's really coming easy. Armstrong not conceding many passes at all.
Well, the pressure's always there, and then we'll start into a single coverage to a double and triple coverage.
Under 2 now to go in this first half. Osseo Park Center trying to get on the board, trailing at 5-0. And that pass doesn't click. Pappas trying to get to it, but instead it'll be OPC. Pappas, though, coming away with it.
Nice play by Pappas there. He really stuck with it.
Go to Mordahl.
Wow, what a smart play there. Look at that. He took a look at the clock and he slowed her right down. I'm sure he's tempted to go to the net.
Essen around a pick there. Lucas trying to bounce one home. Not able to do so. Annis getting a pick there, and he'll come back out. Oh, call there going against Armstrong. Wells, long pass kind of into a crowd, and Lucas will end up with it. He went down and then tried to work his way through, but eventually scooped up by Albrecht. Mordahl spins back. Nice defensive help, though.
Yeah, nice slide by OPC there to shut him down. I'm sure they're aware where number 3 is all the time.
Here's Coe. Trying to bounce that one in, but didn't quite hit the net. And Armstrong's going to use a timeout to try and set up one more good opportunity late in this half.
To award our first half fans of the game.
With 22 seconds, do a set play right now. That's good. Good timeout call here. See if we can get another one up on the
Lucas. I see them in the stands tonight. Fans of the game first half.
So far, Falcons have looked good, Jay. They've been pretty consistent. They haven't made too many mistakes, and they're making their shots count.
And I think this is, coaching for tonight, but also for the future too. Okay, they're already up 5-0. Is it that important if they score here? Maybe not, but you still want to be in this situation where maybe in a different game it's tied or you're down 1 or whatever, where you need a play and you need to be able to execute coming out of a late timeout like this. So I think you're always kind of coaching for not just for tonight.
That's a really good point, because Maple Grove and Anoka are coming on, and set plays might become important because they will not have a 5-0 lead over Maple Grove unless I'm totally surprised here. So we'll see what they come up with. And we'll see if OPC starts throwing a little double team, a little triple team in there. Just throw a little wrinkle at them to kind of mess them up a little bit.
Stick around at halftime. We got the lacrosse ball toss coming up at halftime.
Youth night here as well, so I saw a lot of the, for youth, it's Armstrong Cooper gathering around on the track before the game. So obviously a way to, there's some of them right there making their way up the bleachers. Or obviously a way to build a program is you want people to be interested in what the varsity is doing and want to become high school players eventually. Mordahl, I set a screen for him. Nice little switch though. And he's able to bounce the shot in. Mordahl, I thought the defense actually reacted fairly well to that set play, but it was just a good shot, and he's able to sneak it past Wells. Mordahl getting his second goal of the game with only 6 seconds left in the half. Boy, that's about exactly what you're hoping for when you call that late timeout.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy play call, too. Will you please give it to number 3 and let him go? Boy, what a nice shot, too. Oh, boy, I'll tell you. The X almost had that one. That foot kicked out really nice, but nice shot. He's the leading scorer for a reason.
And I like the way, too, that he was kind of, as he was cutting across to his right, then he shot it back toward the left side. It obviously makes it a little bit tougher for that goaltender to stick with it. So the first half comes to an end. The home team dominating. Our score at halftime is Armstrong 6, Osseo Park Center nothing. Our second half coming up here in just a moment. Boys Lacrosse here on CCX. Welcome back here. Nice crowd on hand at Armstrong as the Falcons leading Osseo Park Center by a score of 6-0 here in Northwest Suburban Boys Lacrosse on CCX Sports. And taking a look at some highlights from the first half. Very much a dominant half for Armstrong, but at the same time we saw some very nice goalkeeping as well. There's a quick shot and a goal as Mordahl scored in the first minute. But they had some difficulty solving Wells. He was quite good in that first half. And then at the other end, Bailey, there was his biggest save right there. So he's able to turn that one away. Wells keeping with it. And then Albrecht able to bounce that one home. So they were up 2-0 after one. And then Albrecht got the first goal of the second quarter as he cut across the middle there too. And then here's Wells, probably only one of his real mistakes, as he turned it over, and Rob able to put that one past him to make it 4-0. And then after a save here, watch Essen come out front, flying through the air and tucks it in for the Falcons. And then they get one very late in the half after calling a timeout to set it up. Mordahl scoring again. So he scored in the first minute and then in the last minute of the first half. So a 6-0 lead here for Armstrong at halftime of this one. As we said, youth night here. Some of the youth players right there. We will take a timeout and come back with our second half of lacrosse here on CCX.
Put a frog in a pot of boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in a pot of cool water and slowly heat it up, and that frog will boil. As veterans, we can tell ourselves the lie that it's easier to stay in that boiling water, to disconnect. But you've never been interested in easy. You are not a frog.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Welcome back. Nate Albrecht, pair of goals tonight, along with Josh Mordahl for the Armstrong Falcons. They lead Osseo Park Center 6-0 at halftime here. And interesting, I think these first 5 minutes or so of the second half might tell us a lot, Dan, about whether this one's going to just, continue to get a bigger and bigger margin, or whether OPC is going to, be able to make a game of it.
Well, once they start putting the passes together, they're going to be okay. But the turnovers are what the difference in the game right now. And frankly, between you and me, Xavier Wells is the difference. This could be 11-12 nothing right now. No problem. He did a great job that half.
Yeah, you just don't expect to see the percentage of pretty good quality chances be saved that we've seen tonight. Max Coe on the move here for Armstrong.
Well, Coach Nelson wasn't fooling you when he said they feel better when he's in the net, and I can see why.
Lucas able to beat him with a long one. Reed Lucas lined it up and let it rip.
I think I jinxed him. Doggone it.
Yeah, we give him a lot of praise, and deservedly so, but Armstrong continuing to fire in that one. Again, I think the bounce shots have been what they've been finding success with there.
That's the toughest shot to defend against because it's changing direction, and you got to find that trajectory if you're going to let it bounce first.
So make it a 7-0 lead early here in the second half as Lucas getting on the board for Armstrong. Burke Whitmer's carrying it hard up the left side.
Just a good controlled offense here by the Falcons. They're not in a hurry. They're setting things up, and I like the way they move the ball around too, Jay. We expect sooner or later they're going to try and get something going in the middle.
Essen around a screen from Lucas here. Annis drops it across here to Essen and then gets the return pass. Knocked away though, and the OPC defense answering the challenge there.
Good slide by the defense, causing a turnover.
And a nice passing sequence here as they attack up the middle. Pass drop back and they'll look down low. One of the better passing sequences really of the game for Osseo Park Center here now. Can they turn it into a goal or at least a good chance? No, not quite. Pappas with the steal.
Deflected stick pass that time, and it just dropped it into the ground, but they had something going good here.
Cole going to be called here eventually as we get the whistle now.
Yeah, a little stick to the head there. Oh, no, it was in the shoulders. I'm sorry. It looked like it was in the head. It's nice to see Jack Olson, the little 8th grader, getting his time there. And he's taking his lumps, but he'll be back in there. He's played a lot.
Zach Jensen, and has his pass deflected. And nice work there by Trent Jacobson.
Oh, no.
Almost gave up a great chance shorthanded there, but it just got away from Annis.
There we go. Nice release. 3 nice passes.
Oh, good read by Bailey, as that was a pass across the goal mouth, and he saw it coming and knocked it down. And then a good outlet to Essen. And Essen trying to drop it to Logan Marsh, but it got away from him.
Boy, you know, a couple nice sequences up and down the field. Passing was good, moving the ball, just that last pass, trying to get the shot off, and it gets fumbled or deflected.
And
There we
OPC
go.
getting on the board for the first time finally here. As put away by Ashton Folk.
19th goal of the year for him. It's been average 2.86 points a game, so it's getting close to his average. They needed that one, though.
Coming up high over the right shoulder.
Ashton Volke.
All right, let's see if OPC can win a few faceoffs here and see if they can turn this thing around and get a few more on the board here.
Now you kind of feel like that even though they turned it over in that previous play, just one of their better sequences in terms of moving the ball, and that, you know, it helps your confidence a little bit. You connect on some passes, and
Well, just don't be afraid to do it, because you know you can do it. I mean, they've just shown it themselves, and unfortunately, we didn't see much of that in the first half. If they can continue that this half, they'll have some more success.
good long outlet there, finding Jack Olson.
Nice little move. He got that nice little swim move in there to get over that defensive swipe.
Keep it moving here, but Armstrong doing a nice job of keeping their shape defensively as well. And there's Bailey coming up with a nice stop.
Good crisp passes there by OPC, though. They moved it around nicely.
Reed Lucas trying to find Marsh, but it gets away.
That's the third time in a row down there the Falcons have gotten a good rush, and they've lost it off the end line just on that last pass.
Riley Hansen, good work there. Gets it out front, and Mordall's shot bouncing just wide. As again, we saw the goalie Wells trying to kick his foot out to stop that one.
He can obviously multitask with various parts of his body at once, Jay.
Armstrong, for one of the first times in the game, you'd say maybe doesn't have the momentum just now, so they'd like to change that back. And falling there is Lucas as he tried to catch and shoot.
Not quite as crisp as in the first half, is it?
That pass deflected on the way out. I think they've been subbing in a little bit too, and that maybe has changed the rhythm a little bit. You know, getting people in there that hadn't been in before and kind of taking a moment to get into the game a little bit too. Jacobson around to Cole. Nate Albrecht. Lucas thought about it, and he'll turn it back. Cole trying to bounce one home there, and it goes wide, but they'll get it again.
You can see the effect that Xavier Wells is having on OPC. Now they're trying to, you know, fire corners, snipe corners.
Mordahl to the front, and Wells will come up with it. Pass was actually a pretty good one, but it gets away. But then we have the call going against Armstrong here. Flicked ahead to Pappas there by Riley Hansen. Mordahl possessing here. He'll leave it for Albrecht. Albrecht getting a step on the defender, but sailed it up too high.
Boy, I'd like to see a shot count right now, Jay, on the Falcons. They've really thrown the rubber at the net.
Lucas. Down he goes, but got the pass away just in time to Mordahl. Albrecht spinning back and missed it up high. Cole to Albrecht. Keeps it moving across to Mordahl. Wells. Okay, he took that one in the chest. Another opportunity here for the Falcons as it comes loose out front. Oh, and Essen trying to beat him behind the back.
And if you're not sure, folks, yes, they do have a chest protector on underneath the jersey.
Pass just got by Lucas. Armstrong really wants a goal here. They've been doing everything but in this last minute or so. Mordahl spinning to the front and didn't play his angle quite right on the bounce as it got well over the net. Turnaround try here is good by Jamison Essen. Set a little screen for him, and he was able to kind of get his shoulders squared and bury it for his second goal of the night.
I'm sorry, that was pretty boring by us, and I want to see more jumping. That was kind of, wow.
Just a regular goal this time, huh? Went low with, you saw, he actually got Wells looking for a high shot, and he left his feet and then just rolled it under him more or less.
Called anticipating wrongly by the goalie, but
you know, when the shots are coming at you from that close, sometimes you feel like you know you're not gonna have much reaction time, so you tried to guess where he's gonna go.
I don't think you and I have seen a goalie play goalie like Xavier Wells.
No, he's a little unorthodox, isn't he? But it's fun.
Yeah, and he's good. Somebody's probably talking to him from one of the colleges around the country.
Lucas on the move up the middle here for Armstrong. Lucas getting all the way to the net, and that one denied. Mordahl, a follow-up try, hit the outside of the net, or the edge of the post anyway.
Boy, nice move by Mordahl there. Nice to slip slide there as he got in and create a shot for himself.
Albrecht. Pretty well defended this time. He turns and fires, and there's Wells with the stop. And the outlet, though, gets away. Recovered here by Osseo Park Center, but a lot of white jerseys around, and then knocked down out of the air by Riley Hansen. Hansen had it chopped loose, but gets some help from his teammate Mordahl. Lucas stepping into it, fires and scores. Second one he's put in from long range in this quarter.
That's a fabulous Falcons goal for number 40.
He can bring the shot. He's got some velocity to it. But he gets able to step into it and really get his arms extended.
And that's your ninth.
Just rips it.
Goal was unassisted.
Well, we're going to find out here in the next, couple games here if the Falcons are for real.
And a goal that brings out some Judas Priest on the PA is okay by me. One of my favorites. Down low, great passing. And then kept out front there by Frankie Annis. He'll turn and try and bounce it home, and across it comes to Max Coe.
Hey, we got a player down.
Yeah, it's Annis. Now they're going to blow it dead as he is in some pain there.
I think he came down and he hit his head pretty hard. Him down.
Number 31, Jacob Hansen.
So PC is going to take a penalty on that.
There's Jacob Hansen who's sent off. So back to action we go. Here's Lucas. Getting it over to Marshallek. Mordahl looking down low with it. That one hit the outside of the frame there, it looked like.
Ooh, they saved it.
1 minute left in the third quarter.
Albrecht down low with it. Coe shooting, and that one just missed.
Boy, they get it down low. They don't mess around getting it to the net, one way or the other.
Lucas firing again. Wells making the stop. He briefly wasn't sure where it was, but able to pounce on it.
It's always a scary moment when everyone else can see the ball and the goalie can't.
Lucas had scored on a couple of longer shots already in this quarter. That time, goalie got the better of him. Now here they come on the attack again. Mordahl trying to tuck it up high, but over the top.
Got in a little too tight that time.
Under 10 seconds to go now. Armstrong trying to add one more late like they did in the first half into the second quarter. No, they're just going to hang on and go to the fourth here. And our score after 3 is Armstrong 9, Osseo Park Center 1. The fourth quarter is on the way next.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
See the scores by quarter there as Armstrong leading it now 9-1 over Osseo Park Center. Look at some of the games we've got coming up for you in the various spring sports. As Monday night it'll be Hopkins and Osseo on the baseball diamond, and we got softball with Hopkins Minnetonka. Boys lacrosse Monday the 16th. We got Rogers and Maple Grove, should be a pretty good one. And then we'll see these Armstrong, their softball team, in action against Park Center on the 17th. And of course, weather permitting, although it's getting better in that regard.
Oh, yeah. They said we're actually going to have an 88-degree day next week.
88?
88,
Oh,
said.
my.
Yeah.
All right, here we go in the fourth as Armstrong on the attack here. They've pretty much had their way tonight. They've run into a very good goalie, but have mostly controlled play here. And a shot and a goal there by Coe as he ripped one up high. Armstrong, you kind of get the feeling, Dan, that they said, you know, our pace has not been what it could be. Let's pick it back up, because they really moved the ball quickly on that possession.
That's the next first goal of the day.
Just squeezes it in there inside the inside post. Good shot. Kind of a surprise, too, because you don't expect Xavier Wells to give up that kind of shot, but every goalie has his moments.
Goal number 6 for Coe this year, so Armstrong will gain possession here. Liam Holper controlling as they've made a substitution or two here. Now Mordahl trying to get right to the net.
Yeah, he scored. No, he didn't. Oh, it looked like he was pulling it out from his net. Uh-oh.
Interception there, much like the one earlier, Aiden Robb. Flag flies there as Coe plays through it.
We'll have a slashing penalty in OPC here. Good. Go into the game set. Good. Oh, here comes Lucas. The big shot.
You better be ready for him to let it fly here. Mordahl spinning back to the left. They pick him up. Goes down low with it, though. Albrecht. And that shot was bothered and goes up high.
Good ball movement, though. Tries to create a shot here. And now OPC's back to full strength.
Now we get a slashing call against Osseo Park Center, so it wasn't for long that they were full strength. See Max Lemke making his way off.
Down number 1, Max Lemke. Penalties for slashing. 1 minute.
Mordahl will keep it moving. Albrecht swings it around and take the shot there, but Lucas unable to hit the net. He's in a little different spot than we've seen him firing from.
Setting him right in. Now they're going to put him smack in the middle.
Mordahl thought about it. Marshallek hit the outside of the goal post with that one.
As long as you keep that X back there, there's nothing wrong with taking those shots.
Tried to go up high again. Coe misting. And same result again. Albrecht missed the net, but Armstrong will get it again.
I'm really surprised that Armstrong isn't doing more bounce shots, trying to get him just straight power shots in, straight into the net.
And misfired on that pass to Lucas, and so OPC will finally get it.
We haven't seen Armstrong make that many unforced turnover mistakes this game. That was a rare one.
Yeah, and they've done a nice job, and I think in part, too, because the reason for that is that they've gone with short, crisp passing rather than, trying too hard to get the long home run pass, if you will. OPC looking to attack here. They've gotten just one tonight, but trying to see if they can't get on the board again here.
Boy, that defense is tough. Man, oh man, that defense is tough.
Aiden Robb turning on the speed a little bit here. Drops it down low. Mordahl will give it across, and the goal.
Oh, beautiful.
Great pass to Albrecht. Unselfish play by all three guys there.
Yeah.
That's a Falcons goal for number 21, Nate Albrecht. Beautiful assist to number 3, Joshua Mordahl.
The funny thing is, you're going to look at the score in the paper and look at it and go, wow.
That's the 11th goal of the day for Armstrong.
It takes away from Xavier Wells' performance tonight. He's played really well.
So an 11-1 lead as Albrecht gets his third of the night, and that one, you feel extra good about that as a coach because they, three guys were all a big part of it.
Yep.
It wasn't just one individual effort. It was great timing and great unselfishness on both those passes. Cole will swing it over to Essen.
All right, smart play. Now they're running some clock off, which is smart. I like this.
Essen, a little move there, but lost it. Lucas. And threw that one in between a couple of guys, but tracked down by Mordahl. Essen getting free, but missed the net there, but Armstrong will maintain possession. Marsh will send it back. Mordahl turns and fires, and Wells another stop.
Ooh, there's a slash.
Osseo Park Center looking to quickly counter here. Now they'll pull it back out of Zach Jensen. Armstrong still not giving him anything easy. Pass out front, and Bailey with another big save. There's been a lot of work of late, but he was still ready, that's for sure.
Definitely stepped right into that. Nicely played.
We talked about the volume of saves has definitely been more with Wells, but Bailey's made a couple of big ones when he's been called to as well. That one off the goalpost on the bounce try by Marshallek. Mordahl to the front. Wells another stop. And then swiped at, trying to shovel it home was Marshallek, but unable to put it in.
Wells made a nice play there going back and making sure that OPC got control of the ball on the out-of-bounds play.
Wells being chased here by Marsh. Got the pass away and knocked loose there by Pappas. Now Mordahl. Waiting for a little help here as he turns back. Nice play there to not get too carried away. The numbers weren't really with him. Now an opportunity and a goal. Boy, Coe was all alone as OPC scrambled back into position to stop things on the left side, but then Coe looked up and there was not much in his way.
Just a nice couple passes set up real nice. And
a flag down as well here.
One-minute penalty on OPC, I believe.
Zach Jensen will go off.
Got a penalty on OPC number 7, Zach Jensen, 1 minute.
That should have been a penalty. He had a stick right up in the face.
Marsh.
And a turnover back to OPC.
That pass into traffic.
Timeout OPC.
Osseo Park Center going to use a timeout here.
Shout out to our Armstrong Cooper youth lacrosse players who joined us tonight. We wish you good luck in your season, families, players, coaches. Good luck this season. Thank you for joining us.
Well, here's what OPC has coming up, as they're off until next Wednesday when they'll take on Champlin Park, and then later that week at Centennial and then at Anoka. They've managed to get quite a few games in already here, so their schedule not necessarily as heavy. And then, meanwhile, for Armstrong, they have a Saturday game and a Monday game, and pretty quality opponents, all three of those, I think, too. That should be interesting, like you said, to really see what they've got in those next three.
Well, we saw Breck, and they handled Champlin Park pretty good. Champlin Park's a pretty good team this year. They're in the upper half of the NWSC. But the Maple Grove game is a test. How good are they? And they will test themselves against the hot iron of the Maple Grove Crimson.
Now in goal for the Falcons, number 13.
Well, I haven't seen a picture like that in a long time, have you, Jay? Boy, that's beautiful. Nice sunset.
Dylan Thurston, freshman, will come in goal now for Armstrong. And back into play as you get a look there at Thurston.
Boy, the Armstrong defense, look at that. I mean, they're on these guys right now. You don't get much time to breathe with the ball.
Pappas continuing to pressure there.
Well, BC's got to pass the ball. They're not going to get much down one-on-one, especially against these long sticks of the Falcons.
Jack Olson turning back here.
Against the zone, Jay, you've really got to move the ball. You got to get them out of position and create an opening, open a seam up that somebody can slip into.
And that shot off the goal post. Jensen picking it up here for Osseo Park Center. He's pressured there by Jacobson, but gets it back. Jensen going to wind up and let it rip, and he scores. Zach Jensen will bury it for Osseo Park Center as they greet the backup goalie Thurston with a goal.
OPC goal for number 7, Liam Hooper.
So Jensen able to bury it here.
Right now, a little too late. A little too late, but they did control the ball very nicely and worked it in and created a good shot and got a goal.
Fair to say Jensen and Jacobson know each other there as Jensen gave him a little tap on the helmet there. Maybe probably played together and various times on the way up.
Pushing behind with possession. Ball goes back to OPC.
Armstrong Falcons penalty on number 51 for pushing.
Pass deflected, and eventually they get the takeaway. Essen on the move here. Flips it off. Nice pass to Coe. And Wells able to make the stop.
That was a pretty play by Essen there. Gee. Oh, boy.
Essen able to chop it free. Marshallek controlling it here.
Well, the Falcons had showed us some good things tonight. Now once they got to play the big boys and see how that works out. But so far, good ball movement. They know where to be. That defense is very good. I like that a lot. We'll see how Maple Grove handles that.
Mordahl. They're content to work it around a little bit here and finally knocked away from Mordahl.
1 minute remaining in the game.
We go down to a minute to play in the contest here. 12-2 lead for Armstrong.
Wow. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Really well done by the Falcons.
Pass out front, getting away there as they try to go to Henry Major. Wells, giveaway there. Pappas.
Those long sticks are just having a ball for the Falcons. That's about the fourth throw that Xavier's made. Right to him.
Pass got away there. Pappas trying to scoop it up here and does. And denied there by Wells. And the game will come to an end here, and it is Armstrong winning its sixth straight to begin this 2022 season as they win it by a score of 12-2. Good, consistent performance by them. They pretty much dominated all the way through, and despite a good goaltending effort by Wells, Osseo Park Center not able to stay with them. So we hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast here from Armstrong. Our final once again is Armstrong 12 and Osseo Park Center 2.